of her father's arrests.
Hindi ako galit, hindi ako disappointed, nothing at all. Kasi pointless naman na mag-harbor ako ng feelings about what happened. Hindi na siya maibabalik. Hindi na mababalik si Pangulong Duterte sa Pilipinas. So what we should do as a country is move on from what happened. No? What will we do as our ways forward as a country and as a people from what happened? Magalit man tayo, walang papupuntahan yung galit natin. So we should move forward from what happened, and the country should decide, the people should decide saan ba tayo papunta base sa nangyari. The Philippine government is working with the ICC in making sure that the president stays in detention. So, wag na lang natin pag-usapan kung ano yung mga pwedeng gawin. Pero merong very limited ang options, pero meron.
Asked how she is, the Vice President says she's doing fine despite all the legal troubles.
Surprisingly, I'm okay. Wala naman akong nararamdaman na worry ko lang is yung mga anak ko dahil hindi talaga yan sila sanay na wala ako. Nasanay kasi sila, lumaki kasi sila na katabi ko yan sila sa tulog. Yan yung worry ko, yung aking mga anak. Dahil nawalan sila ng nanay. Yan yung hindi ko kasi magawa remotely, yung pagiging nanay. Pero yung trabaho dito at trabaho dyan sa Pilipinas, kung saan man ako, ay magawa ko siya remotely.
Attorney Nicholas Kaufman, lead counsel for former President Rodrigo Duterte, was tight-lipped about their defense. The International Criminal Court, but he hinted they might raise the issue of Duterte's arrest in the Philippines.
Well, on that point, he was completely denied all his rights in the Philippines. That will obviously be a major argument in the course of his defense. I'm very confident of the strongest defense possible, and I'm very confident that he will be acquitted, indeed, even at the earliest stage possible.
Thank you very much, sir.
Kaufman, who has 34 years of experience in international law, visited Duterte again at the ICC detention center.
Law. It was established in the 1960s in the Eichmann case. In fact, the doctrine is mala captus bene detentus. Whatever questions as to the arrest will not affect the legal proceedings on the prosecution.
He adds, the Philippines' own Republic Act 9851 says Philippine authorities may dispense with the investigation and prosecution of a crime if another court or international tribunal is already conducting the investigation. Instead, authorities may surrender or extradite the accused person in the Philippines to the appropriate international court.
The International Criminal Court will just look at the facts and the law, and the clear facts are Mr. Duterte himself already admitted to extrajudicial killings. He did it in a public manner. Therefore, the worst witness for Mr. Duterte.
Meanwhile, Vice President Sara Duterte is waiting for other members of her family to visit in time for her father's birthday.
I-apply sila lahat ng permission to visit. Kung hindi man kami payagan na sabay-sabay kami, ibigay ko na sa kanilang tatlo yung oras nung araw na yon para makasama nila ang aming papa sa kanyang birthday. Okay lang po ang estado ng Office of the Vice President. Patuloy po kung ano man yung naiwan na mga projects sa maliit namin na budget ngayong taon na ito. Daily po ang communication namin ng aming USEC at ASEC ng Office of the Vice President.
Senate Foreign Relations Committee Chair Amy Marcos claimed during a committee hearing that a mere diffusion and not a red notice was the basis for the arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte last week to face trial before the International Criminal Court for crimes against humanity in connection with the war on drugs. The presidential sister has called for an investigation amid legal questions over Duterte's arrest. The Philippine Center on Transnational Crime, which serves under the Office of the President, explains the term diffusion used by the Interpol's request to the Philippine government is the same as a red notice. According to the Interpol's website, diffusion is another mechanism to request cooperation from member countries.
Ang dumating po sa atin ay isang diffusion, isang commonly tinatawag na red diffusion.
Teka, ang pagkaalam ko, iba ang notice at iba ang diffusion. Iklaro po ninyo, alin na natanggap?
Papaliwanag ko po. Ang red notice po ay a request for international police cooperation that has been applied for by a member country or entity that are distributed to every member of the organization.
Opo, alam natin yon.
Okay,
pero ang sabi kanina, red notice ang natanggap. Ngayon ang sinasabi mo, hindi red notice kundi diffusion lamang.
Kakaroon po ang general public or everybody ng
pero alam natin na hindi magkapareho yun.
It's equivalent po to a red notice. We have to comply with both the diffusion and the red notice.
Patently an illegal arrest. This constitutes extraordinary rendition. The authorities acted solely on an ICC warrant, a document that has no legal effect in the Philippines unless reviewed and validated by a Philippine court.
Local law, Republic Act 1951, which is actually a mirror law. It's a mirror law of the Rome Statute, which is the ICC statute. And it says there that when there is a warrant of arrest from an international court, the Philippine government has the discretion to directly surrender the suspect. And that was done by the Philippines.
I've never played politics. I do not have a political agenda, nor do I have, or will I ever have political ambitions. That my role was limited to the mandate of my office, to assess that the situation does not escalate into a national
within the provisions allows us two options, either extradition or surrender. We chose the executive mode, which is surrender.
The Department of Justice also ICC has no jurisdiction over the Philippines as a state. It has jurisdiction over individuals everywhere in the world.
Jurisdiction of the ICC is throughout the world. We belong to a community of nations that is tied together by a legal system called International
International Tribunal.
Sa drug war po, wala pong blatter ang pulis. Marami nga walang blatter eh. Ang problema nga ho dito, napakarami hong namatay na ang death certificate nga nakalagay po cardiac arrest pero may butas po sa ulo mula sa bala.
So tama yun ang sinasabi ninyo, failure of our justice system.
O problema nung panahon na yon na hindi ho talaga maimbestigahan na maayos kasi pati ho ang piskal tinatakot po ng pulis ng panahon na yun. Ngayon ho, mas maayos ngayon sapagkat sinisigurado po namin na ang piskal at ang pulis ay magkasama mag-imbestiga ng mga krimen. Hindi na ho katulad ng dati. Kung ano sabihin ng pulis, dapat...
Malacanang objects to the comment of Senator Amy Marcos asking whether the Philippines had become a province of city where the International Criminal Court is located.
Hindi po natin ninais na maging probinsya ng kahit anuman. Dahil po tayo ay isang independent country. Hindi po natin ninais na maging probinsya din po ng Fujian, China. Nagpapatupad lamang po tayo ng batas at kung yun po ang sinasabi po ni Senator Amy, siguro yan lamang po ang paniniwala natin dahil kahit po sa panahon ngayon ni Pangulong Marcos, hindi natin sinusuko ang anumang karapatan natin.
Palace Press Officer Claire Castro reiterates that the palace will not prevent any government official from participating in the senator's probe into the recent arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte. Hoped for a balanced Senate hearing as government officials invited to the inquiry had limited opportunities to speak.
Kaya natin mapakita talaga ang katotohanan, sana mapagbigyan kasi parang nakita natin sa hearing hindi halos makapagsalita, no? Yung ating mga opisyal at natatabunan ng mga kwento.
She also insists on the legality of the arrest and Duterte's transfer today.
Kahit po si Justice Carpio ay ipinaliwanag po ito na maaari po nating isurrender ang sinuman sa international court. Ibig sabihin, hindi po tayo kailangan na mayroong treaty or extradition treaty na pag-uusapan. Basta ang nilagay po lamang doon ay to surrender to the international court. At yun lamang po.
A recent SWS survey showed that majority of Filipinos are in favor of holding Duterte accountable for killings under his administration's war on drugs. The survey conducted from February 15 to 19 showed that 51% of Filipinos believed Duterte must be held liable for the drug suspects that have been killed under his administration, while 25% said they disagree.